back to TFD Vlogs. Today I'll be teaching you about past and present communications. What is communications? Communications can be used in words, sounds, or behavior to exchange informations. So you can also express your ideas, thoughts, or feelings. You can also exchange of information. Speaking, writing, drawing, or giving you a message, or sending or receiving information. Name all the things that people use to help them communicate. What do you think it is? So maybe like papers. You can also use speaking, hand language, visual language, telephones, phones, computers, Gmails, emails, so many things. Now let's try to find out what have you learned. Okay, it's taking time for us to understand. Okay guys, I'm gonna just take it from here. Sorry. I'm gonna just take it from here. Okay. Is it working from here now? Let's check. No, it won't work from here. Okay. Visual communications. It takes body language as a type of non-verbal communications where a person uses their behavior to show an emotion or feeling without saying anything. The types of body languages includes facial expressions, hand signals, body contact, and eye contact. Visual communications is hand signals. Another one. Hand signals called sign language are commonly used for people who are deaf. However, many people use other hand signals in their daily lives, especially in their work. For example, a ground handler directs an airplane to its parking position. See, as you can see, some people, while you're going on the airport, and then when you're like going on the plane where it's, like when it's parking, you can see some people wearing those headphones, some jackets, and some red light lasers, so then they show where to go. Okay? And the police often use hand signals when directing traffic. They use the same lasers, actually, if you didn't notice. Facial expressions are types of non-verbal communications, and one way that it can figure out how many people are feeling. Facial expression means the same thing the worldwide. For example, the facial expressions for joy, sorrow, anger, shock, and fright are the same across most cultures. That's all. Traditional types of communication. This is called cave paintings. And the face expressions, hand signals, body language. A very long time ago, cave paintings were used to make cultures such as Australians, Aborigines to communicate with other tribes who visited their site. They used rocks and dirt mixed with water to make the paint and used their fingers or stick to draw with. People think that the drawing may have been part of a religious ceremony. Smoke signals. Smoke signals were used by many cultures, including the Native Americans. A very long time ago, it is one of the oldest forms of visual long-distance communications. So it's a very long distance. It's like they use the smoke to make letters before it runs off, so they have to make it very fast. So they take the fire from they take the smoke from the fire into these long tubes. And then when they release it, they have to move it in such a direction which makes letters. Message or warning helps people. Important news was sent in messages using smoke signals. A long time ago, smoke signals were used to send important news or messages. Sorry again, it's taking a long time for this. Traditional. Actually, I've been here for like. This is going to be like a 12 minute. This will be like a 7-minute hour max. But I've been here for 1.5 hours already. A very long time ago, many cultures participated in tribal dances, and it was thought that the dances was a way to communicate with their gods. So normally, like Africans usually wear those ugly clothes, wear all that. Sorry for Africans when I said that. Please, please pray for me to their God. Okay, see, I just have to wear this stuff, and then colorful clothes, and when they dance, it's to communicate. Like us, we use this different, but then they dance. Tribal also used dances as a way of praying for crops to show that they were happy when celebrating life events such as wedding or birth. Many indigenous cultures from around the world still use tribal dances to communicate. Again, okay, this is the modern one. A carrier pigeon is a pigeon that has been traded to carry messages from one point to the other. A message is attached to the pigeon's foot, as you can see there. To the pigeon's foot. Carrier pigeons were used in the First World War, so people were not at the risk of delivering important messages to war zones. Discussions. What problem can you see with these very old forms of communications? There are human carrier, holographics, papyrus, drums and horns. Like, this is a very ugly stuff. Why don't we go to the present time? Again. Again, this son of a nutcracker happened again. Australia? Well, okay. This is for early communications. Made or poor system. Now we are talking about it. Now we are talking. People used pen and paper to write letters, and this was a very popular way of communicating. In the 1800s, official. Sorry guys for the communication. I just yawned. I don't want to show that. Official post systems were set up all over the world to deliver letters and parcels. However, sometimes the system was unreliable because it took a long time for a letter to reach its destination. And sometimes letters could be lost and never arrive at their destinations. Early communications with machines now. In the 1440s, a man named Johann Gutenberg, Johann is my friend, you know Jaden, right? His brother. Johann Gutenberg invented a machine that could print many books quickly. Before this time, books were handwritten, and this means that there were not many books available to buy or read, but this one is that could print many books quickly. Again, early communication with machines. In the 1800s, telegraphic communication was invented, which involving sending electrical signals through a wire. A well-known version of the electrical telegraph which is short and long pulses sent through the wire to match letters and numbers. This type of communication allowed for instant communications across very long distances, which was something that had never been done before. Modern telephones were machines. In the late 1800s, a man named Alexander Graham Bell invented the first telephone using wire to transmit voices on long distance. Early phones needed to be fixed with wire, but modern technology, telephone calls can be sent through radio waves or satellites, which can make them cordless. Modern mobile phones can not only make modern calls, but they can also use for texting messages, taking photos, playing games, and access the internet. Over the years, phones have also become smaller and lighter to carry. These days, phones are not only here and talk to each other, but they have a small screen which allows people to see each other as well. You get the same thing. Modern communication with machines. So this is radio. Radio can be sent message by radio raised in the air instead of thought wires. In the early 1920s, people spent hours listening to stations that were broadcasting news, music, sports, drama, variety, or was your variety shows. This time it's television. The invention of television in the 1920s was a breakthrough in technology because it was the first time sound and pictures could be sent over the air. At first, television images was only displayed in black and white, and it wasn't until the 1970s that people could see color on the screen. In the early 1940s, the first electrical computer was created, but it was very large and not like the other computers we use today. Since the inventors have transformed the way of computers work, so they are faster, more mobile, and more powerful and multifunctional. Means multitasking. Along with the invention. Okay, moving on. This is the time of this video. Sorry guys, the internet in the 1990s. I can't hold it. People became interconnected through computer networks that link computers worldwide. There are many popular ways of communication all around the internet, such as email, social networking, and messaging. Other forms of communication through research. These are the paper, books, magazines, newspapers, satellites, science, typewriters, plans, movies, DVDs, and braille. Okay guys, that's all for today. So, wait, let me just check if it's, sorry guys, see, it's still not open. It's okay guys, we have already finished it. Thank you and see you guys. If you haven't watched the assignment, please revise. Whoever messenger is watching this, please revise your previous tests. And I will see you all the next time. Goodbye.